Good morning to our beloved lecturer and friends. We would like to thank our lecturer for giving us the opportunity to be here today. Before we begin, allow us to introduce ourselves. My name is Rubaneswary. My ID number is 01DKA20F2026 and on my left is Sivanesh Chandran. My dear fellow friends, are you all having any ideas about our group presentation is in which about? Well, today we are going to talk about 6 famous tourist destinations in Malaysia. Allow me to define our roles. I will talk about 3 tourism places in Sabah, Pahang and Langkawi, while my partner will explain 3 more places that is Sarawak, Pulau Pinang and Johor Bahru. Dear friends, firstly I'm going to explain about the tourism place that is Pulau Tioman in Pahang. Almost everyone in Malaysia will know about this popular holiday destination. Pulau Timon has been a glorious haven for scuba diving, snorkeling, especially since the highland has a large variety of flora and fauna, and the waters are clear enough to explore the underwater habits. Did you know when is the best time to travel Pulau Tioman? The best time to visit Pulau Tioman is the somewhere between March and October, as the highland will be closed during the monsoon period from October to March. Not only that, there is some interesting things to do in Pulau Tioman, such as scuba diving, snorkeling, deep sea fishing, hiking, jungle trekking, golfing, and visiting waterfalls and beaches, and also shopping at duty free shops. I have just discussed about the best time to travel and some interesting to do in Polatioman. Apart from that, the highland pristine beauty makes it one of the best places for the highland vacations. Dear friends, I shall now move on to second place, which is Kota Kinabalu in Sabah. Kota Kinabalu is the charming capital city of Sabah, which is a part of East Malaysia. Many people come here to take a more curious side of the country, with large jungles and towering peaks aplenty. The main jeweler in Sabah's crown is the Mount Kinabalu. Mount Kinabalu is the highest mountain in Malaysia and lies within Kinabalu National Park. From the summit, you will have the best view of the sun rising, and when you walk down, you can see the several small villages. Here are the best things to do in Kota Kinabalu. Firstly, visit the Atkinson Clock Tower, take a wetland river cruise, climb Mount Kinabalu, admire the fish at the Green Connections Aquarium, shop at Kota Kinabalu handicrafts markets, go whitewater rafting, and etc. I have just discussed about the interesting places in Kota Kinabalu. Hope adventure activities make the vacations not only engaging but immensely thrilling. Dear friends, I shall now move on to my third place, that is Langkawi Highland. The most of the natural landscape, expensive parks and iconic structures that no first-time visitor should skip on their travel itinerary. As one of the Malaysia best and the most popular beach destination, the massive highland is home to historical attractions, great fare, excellent diving opportunities, exciting nightlife, and dirt cheap shopping. There are a few sites that you have definitely need to check out before leaving this highland, which is Langkawi Sky Beach, Dataran Lang or Eagle Square, Langkawi Cable Car, Underworld Langkawi and more. Not even that, they also have some back activities to do such as scuba diving, highland hopping, Langkawi sunset dinner, cruise, heavenly spa by the Westin and horseback riding. These kind of activities will make more fun for you. I have just discussed the best attraction in Langkawi, some interesting places and the best activities too. Okay, now I call upon Sivanesh to continue with our presentations. The values. Firstly, to appreciate different cultures and our similarities. When you visit a new destination, you become immersed in a culture's history. The second value, how to make friends with strangers. When you are learning through travel, you open yourself up to a world of human interactions. Number three, to be spontaneous, it's better to let go of the schedule and take a spontaneous adventures.
Thank you so much, Rubaneswary Sridharan, for allowing me this fantastic chance to share of my thoughts on some Malaysia's most popular tourist spots. Before that, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Sivanesh, my gender, and my matrix number is 01DKA20F2022. So, what we can anticipate if we have an opportunity to visit the tourist locations during this outbreak? We will undoubtedly be overjoyed since we are in a predicament where we must remain at home in order to put a stop to this pandemic. But don't worry, friends, I'm here to restore reality to the issue. So, the very first destination I'm going to talk about is Penang Hill in Pulau Pinang, followed by Bako National Park at Borneo, Sarawak, and subsequently Arunmiga Sri Raja Kaliaman Glass Temple at Johor Bahru. Dear friends, I will now move on to our fourth significant point, which is Penang Hill on the highland of Pulau Pinang. I've discovered a bunch of fascinating facts about Penang Hill that I'd like to convey with you all. Penang Hill is comprised of many hills with a peak of being 833 meters above sea level on the western hill. From the top of the hill, on a clear day, we can see the mountains of Langkawi and North Kedah. Friends, moreover, most people simply come to enjoy the cool, unpolluted air and walk under 30 meters high trees along the natural trails. Additionally, we also can get to see over 100 species of bird life, ranging from ordinary garden species to exotic deep forest inhabitants. Moreover, here what we can see is a natural walk bridge. I'm pretty sure that many of you may assume that this place is not really located in Malaysia but in overseas. But that's wrong. This most architectural natural walk bridge is placed at the peak of Penang Hill. This go on nature walks surrounded by a myriad flora and fauna which is includes of plants, trees, insects, birds and also reptiles. I've just discussed about the specialty and the activities that we can may do at Penang Hill, which seems more interesting, and many of us started to plan a vacation over there. Dear friends, I shall now move on to our fifth main point, which is about Baku National Park at Sarawak. Baku also contains a rich variety of wildlife and a coastline covered with small bays, beaches, and also coves. We can find that Bako National Park also having hiking activity too. Bako's extensive trail system is made up of 16 color-coded jungle trails which offers a range of walking and also hiking options too. In addition, Bako National Park is a place to watch wildlife and birds and home to over 250 rare proboscis of monkeys which is vary in their weight, size and also outlook. It is the perfect spotting in the wildlife that in the forest. So I've just discussed about the track and trails which can attract the tourists. This activity is being one of the most rare activity surrounded with the natural elements such as flora and also fauna. More than that, watching wildlife and birds can be also fine at there. Dear friends, I shall now move on to our sixth tourist destination, which is Sri Arulmigu Raja Kaliamman Glass Temple, which is located at Johor Bahru. It is also one of the state's tourist attraction, and the temple was listed in Malaysian Book of Records. And this temple is one of the most oldest temples, which is located at Johor State. The reason behind of this famous temple is its architectural design. The famous lights and from the crystal chandeliers is reflected on the doors, pillars, walls and also to the ceiling in a bright blaze that is quite blinding initially. One of the most interesting point that I would like to add on here is the temple is embellished by a mosaic of 300,000 pieces of red, blue, yellow, green and white glazes and covered with 300,000 Brutraksha beads from Nepal. Move on. The next element that attracts the tourists at this temple is the sculptures. Friends, there are 10 gold finished sculptures close to the ceiling. The sculptures portray the cycle of life at the birth to the adulthood, young to old age, and also to even death. And there are 10 white marble statues standing 120 centimeters tall for each. I've just discussed about the Arulmigu Sri Raja Kaliamman glass temple, which is having unique architectural design with an amazing sculptures that can enhance the beauty of the temple. My dear friends, today me and my partner has discussed about the tourist destinations in Malaysia. Rubaneswary had discussed three tourist destinations which are Pulau Tioman, Kota Kinabalu, and also Langkawi Highland. And I had discussed about 3 tourist destinations, which are Penang Hill, Bako National Park, and Arulmigu Sri Raja Kaliamman Glass Temple. Hope all of these tourist destinations that we mentioned must visited by you all to get a new experiences. The values that I could learn from this topic is we are able to enjoy experiences over new things. We learn to travel that is very little happy, that is not our car, clothes and even phones that makes us happy, and can form strong bonds with the people, learning new skills and creating lasting memories. The second value that I can learn from this topic is we have to leave our comfort zone and try to learn something new. When you travel, you leave behind the familiar and take a world of new things. You constantly learning new things, cultures, friends, foods, and even languages. Finally, I learned on how to be more capable than we thought. Travel teaches us the more confidence, independence, and even problem solving skills. My dear friends, let me end our presentation by quoting Augustine Hippo that the world is a book and those who do not travel read only one page. With that, we would like to end our presentation. We will be happy to answer any questions. Seems like so far no questions. Once again, thank you very much for being as a wonderful audience. It has been a great honor and also pleasure for us to be here today with you all. Thank you so much.